Welcome back to another Shojo lore reaction. We have arrived at the last video we can react to before the release of the next one, which is crazy to me, honestly, to think that we have gone through all of these. I've made over 10 videos on Shojo lore. The next video in Shojo Mythos will very likely be Underworld's End, as Iruma showed a trailer to that on her stream a while ago. And it's gonna be centered around Booby trying to free Iron Mouse from future Iron Mouse's imprisonment. And there will be new characters, Corpse Husband, and a cat that is voiced by Sykkuno. But that's not what we're here for today, because that's Nyanners, her second lore video. And it takes place after the post-credit scenes of Heavenfall. I don't know where exactly in the timeline it fits, but Iron Mouse was already MIA, kidnapped by a future version at this point in time. Honestly, I can't say anything else about this video, but I think we should just watch because everything will explain itself. That's horrifying and unsettling. The soundscape on this is really cool, not gonna lie.
I don't remember the beginning. Only faded fragments of memories, broken worlds, great feasts, ancient battles. The harvest of 1 billion souls. And when 1 million
Look at how cool that looks.
worlds had been sucked dry, the endless sleep. What was it all for?
I love that they're doing the credits at the start, because that just fits the vibe here.
Beasts seeking morsels of flesh to keep us satiated for the moment? Was there a greater purpose to it all? I have to find out.
Oh, the music is so good. This is a phrasing that we've seen in her original video, light the beacon and he will come. It's part of the only thing that she remembers about the reason why she was created and what her task in life, in existing, is. She has been slowly getting back her memories, and over time she has regained the entire task, or at least most of it, back. And it seems that she's finally acting out on it.
It would have gone better if Mouse was here.
Oh, little Goro.
Wherever she disappeared off to, it isn't on Earth. Can't believe she'd miss our concert like that. I'm sure Satan herself can handle asking for help if she's really in trouble.
It's a really interesting detail about how Iron Mouse is gone. And Nyanners was literally standing next to Iron Mouse when she was vanished, kidnapped. Nobody's worried because she is Satan. She will probably figure it out. It's such an interesting detail that nobody's like, yo, we have to go and find her. At least not in this point in time.
For help if she's really in trouble.
Yep, and Nyanners losing it.
What's the mighty cloud of destruction and anguish doing on the ground, Nyan?
Oh.
Mouse!
Hey.
Hey,
Good
Thor.
morning, Catgirl.
Asa?
First time I saw this, I was like, oh, Mouse is finally back. She just came back in time to find Nyan being passed out and losing herself slowly. And no, she was just a hallucination. I cannot explain to you how happy I was to see Mouse finally again. I was like, oh, she's okay, thank God. And then for it to be a hallucination, that was like a gut punch.
How long was I out for?
Well, just about all night. I've been playing Dark Souls.
Of course he is.
Goro? What do you mean, weaker?
Oh, yeah, she stopped consuming sanity like decades ago.
I'm getting
That's like the way she eats, like a vampire, or drinks blood.
You know, maybe that's fine though, Nyan. Being a streamer and an idol? Do you really need to be a sanity-sucking monster as well?
Or Eiffel.
The eternal void was filled with everything, and it was within that cold expanse that I became.
So Nyanners is a sanity-sucking monster, and her current form is basically her weakened form. She was like a whole tentacle thing, and now she is like somewhat human-shaped. She has not sucked any sanity for decades at this point. She stopped doing that because she failed to see the point of it again. Like after she was freed, after she was banished by Febe and Haruka, she did it for a while to like regain some of her strength, but it was all low skill. Like before she was sucking the sanity of the entire human race, and now it's just a few humans here and there. Again, a bit like vampires. Eventually she lost her will to do that. She failed to see the point anymore. She just stopped. But just like with vampires, if they are not feeding, or they're not feeding on the right thing, they will eventually lose their sense of self and their self-control, which seems to be happening right here for Nyanners, because her nature is now taking over. She's now going full instinct. Now she's just reciting how she came to be and what she was made to do. Let's just listen to that.
The eternal void was filled with everything, and it was within that cold expanse that I became, floating through the darkness alone. The instruction I was given, my lone purpose. You must travel to the farthest edge of the expanse, to where seeds of life may yet remain.
The seeds of life reference to beings like Haruka. Haruka is a seed of life, and she's the seed of life of this world. First, it was a little bit ambiguously like seeds of life, oh, just life in general. But now we know it's actually a specific thing, specific entity that lives on worlds and creates lives. In our case, that's Haruka.
Light the beacon of chaos, so that we may wake from our slumber once again.
Just look at that. It's so eerie.
And
Yep.
devour
She's slowly
existence.
losing her sense of self.
The village of Endsmith, sealed off and kept hidden for almost 100 years.
I actually did a little research about this a while ago, because Endsmith, it sounded like a name that was like familiar in a way, but I couldn't place it. It turns out that this is part of the Lovecraftian lore that all of Nyanners' lore is part of, and it's part of the H.P. Lovecraft story The Shadow over Innsmouth, and it's a seaside town in the Essex County in Massachusetts. To summarize my understanding of this story, or at least this location, is that this was a place where a lot of cultists lived together and eventually gave their lives or massacred one another, I don't know exactly, to summon a entity. And it might just be as a tough because Nyanners' lore has a lot of direct parallels with Lovecraftian mythos. This is like an actual place in Lovecraftian lore. It's a really cool detail because now you can actually go outside of Shojo mythos and learn more about these locations and these creatures.
The village of Endsmith, sealed off and kept hidden for almost 100 years. The people who lived here worshipped Azathoth and sought to bring him forth, naively thinking their meager sanity enough to light their beacon and call him. They
So
all died
dark.
here in vain, attempting
So
to
dark.
summon a
I love
god
it.
that never knew they existed. A long time ago, I was told this world is nigh unbreakable.
Person who told her that was Iramos, by the way. That was like their first meeting. I don't even think that Nyan remembers that it was Iramos that said that to her, because all her memories of the time pre her enclosure are a bit fuzzy.
Let's see if that's true.
This is she's so cool. Man, if someone told me that was Welsh, I would believe them. Not enough Fs, I think. This is so cool.
Where is she?
Imagine being her personal chauffeur. And at first I thought it was a regular cab drive, but now I'm seeing the logo on his head. Imagine being her personal driver and she's like, yo, take me to this random town. And just being an employee of VTuber, you're just used to their shenanigans and their weird trips. And then you're just waiting for her to come back. Like, oh, maybe she's getting another book or a new outfit or wait, no matter what. And then you just see a pillar of purple energy light just go into the sky. And then you have a gun to your head from like some sort of secret service, like, yo, where is she? And you're like, man, I'm not paid enough for this.
Where is Natasha Nyanners? Over there?
I want this as my wallpaper. Imagine seeing that from like literally anywhere in the world and being like, yeah, we're doomed.
For our eternity, Goro. Trust me.
She absolutely lost it. There we have him.
Shit. We're too late. We're all gonna die. I have to call my wife. Will someone get Iron Mouse? She's unavailable. Then Bebe. Anyone. She's in Japan. It'll take at least a few hours to reach her. Ah, fuck. We're screwed. Damn it.
Imagine like working for an agency with all of these mythological creatures, almost godlike women, and then this happens and none of them are available. Man, I would just walk out of here and like, yeah, this is not my problem. At that point, you must realize, yo, my job sucks. Do we really have to like fix this ourselves? We don't get paid enough. Nyarlathotep is Nyanners' name.
What the fuck?
Space Susie.
This world
That's what it is.
yours. Now your feast may begin.
This just looks terrifying. Just look at that. Yep. That's the moment you know you're just doomed. There's nothing you can do about it.
Seed of life, ripe for consumption. Another million years of sweet slumber and dream awaits.
Man.
We'll see about that. Don't worry, Goro.
What are you doing?
She became so power hungry that she's now just feasting on him.
I had forgotten the feeling.
She
endless
absolutely lost it,
passion
but
of
I love it so much.
Ah, humanity. How could I forget your sweetness?
Nyanners, you partake in the feast without permission.
As a thought, the blind idiot god. If you wish to feed on this world,
Are you hearing the
answer
boss
me
music
one
too?
Question. What is the point of it all? Answer me! Why did we cause the end of so many worlds? What is it all for? Why? Answer me!
This is so good. Let's go! Oh my god, that looks... Whoa!
You took the answer from me. I'll drain every drop of
Did it go back to
sanity
this
from your
art?
minds.
Because it looks
And
better than it did
feast
the first time I
upon
watched this.
world until I can wring the answer from the blind idiot god myself.
Just look at
Prepare
that!
the countermeasures. The RPG protocol is authorized. Understood. Prepare to be defeated, boss monster!
Absolutely insane. It's so good. I did not mention the fact that there was boss music playing for any sort of reason. Because that RPG protocol thing that we were talking about, on the actual debut stream itself, Nyen was holding a live boss fight. And I'm not even kidding. The chat could pick what the move would be, and it was just a live boss fight. I could show you a little part of it. This, I told you. This is so good.
You motherfuckers. I am going to whoop your ass.
This is entirely live.
How dare
There are
you
multiple
oppose
people
me?
working on it.
Pitiful mortals. Is this really all humanity has to offer me? You guys suck. You suck. You suck at the game. You don't even know what the fuck you're doing. You're not even pressing the buttons right. That hurt, didn't it? Oh, you look so lame too. You were all like, oh. Let's see if you can dodge this one. You're too slow. I'm not using right tentacle. Don't look there. Don't look at that. Shit. They can actually read and understand gameplay. Ah! Oh man, how did you dodge that? That's inconceivable. I suppose I'll have to use that. Friga Sparrow! I'm charging it up. Okay,
It's
I'm
so
charging
funny.
it up right now,
I love this so much.
Don't be weird about it. I'm just charging up my attack. What are you guys gonna do? Do you guys even know what you're doing? You blocked it? You blocked my attack. My health bar. Wait, how did my health bar get that low?
I just love how they are high-res Pepes in RPG costumes.
Stop! Hold on, I want to try something. I'm going to charge my ultimate attack. What will you do in the face of my ultimate attack? Wait, what? What is this? What are you doing?
All the Pepes.
Stop! I'm trying to do a really cool attack. What the fuck? It's over. Roseo,
Second phase, let's go. Oh, she healed. Oh no. No, we did it. Just look at it. That's live 2D. That's not just for this fight. That's something her model can actually do.
You guys are cringe. You're just a bunch of frogs, and I'm like a cool intergalactic monster thing. Like, what are you gonna do? You suck. I've glimpsed 1,000 worlds, and yours is nothing special. You think Earth is like cool and shit? It's just a fucking rock. There's nothing that special about it when you think about it. I'm going all out.
She's going Super Saiyan, guys. Or she's going Super Nyan. Saiyan Nyan. Oh god.
What is this?
Oh god.
One guy?
Here we have it though.
This can't be the power of one guy! You're going to use that! No!
The only weakness of the ancient horror.
The one guy we...
Just look at that.
I can't believe it. You defeated me.
With the power of one guy.
Like in the void. This is crazy. It's crazy out here.
Nyanners' lore is just wild in every way. It's not only is she going absolutely ham on the Lovecraftian ancient eldritch horror stuff, you also have a literal boss fight of a bunch of RPG pepes one-guying her. I don't know how more perfect VTuber lore can be. Like, this is the reason why I love VTuber lore, because without all the lore backing it up, this fight would not even be half as epic as it is. I've got a link in the description in case you want to watch the full video without interruptions, because it's so good. It's so funny. I watched the entire boss fight, or at least most of it, when the VOD was still up. I don't know if Nyanners has a VOD still. If she does, I will link it in the description. But I think the boss fight was like 50 minutes long. So that concludes the video stuff. There isn't very much that I can say about this lore that isn't already self-explanatory in the videos themselves. Like, this is where we are left off. Nyanners is in her weird upgraded form. She tried to destroy the world. I think she destroyed Ezzydesu, or at least brought him back to his thousand, if not millions of years sleep. And aside from seeing her in this form, in the teaser trailers that led up to Haruka joining and in Haruka's video, we don't know what really comes after it. Like in the teasers, link in the description, I've reacted to them as well. She was going over things in her mind, like, oh, I finally know what you are. I know where you are. I'm gonna confront you. And in Haruka's video, you see Nyanners coming up to Haruka, and Haruka's like already trying to get like a corporeal form, like a physical manifestation of herself that she can actually go into the world. Like at that point, she's still tied to literally the innards of the earth, providing her life energy to it, because the earth was under attack by Ezzydesu, what we just saw. And then Nyanners turns up and like, I finally know what you are, seed of life. And Haruka gets free and she walks out going, Haruka gets free, she walks out of her cave on the Antarctica. And before she can reach Nyanners to stop her from whatever she's trying to do to destroy the world, instead she's intercepted by Gunrun, who for some reason manages to land on Antarctica that exact moment, saying, I know this is quick and we have just met, but you have to trust me on this, but I need you to come and join my agency, Shojo. And that's where that video ends. So on the whole Nyanners Seed of Life Haruka front, it's super open-ended. We don't know where that's going. The only upcoming video that has explicitly been teased is Underworld's End, and that's a continuation of Iron Mouse and Booby's story in Hell, the Underworld, against Corpse Husband and the Psychono Cat. And on this, we have nothing. And I don't even know when we will get a continuation of this. The only reasonable continuation for this would be Silverfill's lore, because we already have Nyanners 2 videos. We have Haruka, which is obviously involved because she is the Seed of Life. We have Feibe's lore, which is entirely dedicated around Feibe's curse being broken, and that curse was laid upon her by Nyanners when she was sealed away for her crimes against life. Not even against humankind, just life in general. And Nyanners was like, yo, if you're gonna seal me away without my memories and powers, I'm gonna do the same to you. So those are connected. And we know that Silverfill and Feibe are connected from their past life. I think the next continuation in that storyline will either be another video of Feibe or finally Silver lore, from which Mary said that it's in their works, or at least that we will get it, but we don't know when that will be. So we'll just have to wait patiently and theorize in peace. Man, I'm just realizing that from here on out, there won't be weekly uploads with more Shojo Mythos reactions, because until something else comes out, we'd literally run out, which is kind of cool because now I can start a new series. But yeah, I can finally go and work on my timeline and other theories though, so that's exciting. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my rambling and my deep dive into Nyanners, her sequel lore, which I find honestly like absolutely epic. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.